If you're like me and you think America looks less free today than it has in the past, then I might have the solution for you. My name's Eric. This is Above My Pay Grade. Let's get into it. Tai Chi classes for senior citizens. Taxpayer-funded story time at a laundromat. Sex ed for prostitutes in Ethiopia. Social media war on tanning beds. What do all these have in common? Well, they're federally funded through federal grants. Now, why do we spend money on stupid stuff? Okay, it's not, my thesis is we're always going to, corrupt people will always exist. Corrupt people will always exist in politics, but the point of the United States system was to provide checks and balances. And as soon as we came off the gold standard, those checks and balances for money went away. And so why aren't people outraged that government spends money on butterfly research and sex ed for prostitutes in Ethiopia? Because it's not their money, right? I mean, eventually it will be, because it'll be taxed through inflation. But if you were paying taxes directly to the government and they were funding story time at a laundromat, you would have a lot of questions. If they were taking trillions of dollars and spending it on war, you would have a lot of questions, and you would look twice, double check the account, make sure they're taking the right amount, make sure they're spending it well. But ever since we've been off the gold standard, money has been a figment of our imagination, and the government has gained a ton of power because they can buy votes, they can spend money on the dumbest of things. And companies that succeed are typically ones closest to the government. And it really hurts the small business because they can't compete with a money printer. Okay, so there's the problem. Hopefully you guys see that that's a problem. Okay, it's not that we have corrupt people in politics, because those people will always exist. They've existed throughout history. It's that we have no checks and balances on the money system. We have a made-up money system where government can just spend at a deficit over and over and over again. So what's the solution? I think there's a lot of solutions that are coming online as far as technology goes through the blockchain that could be the solution. But big picture, the solution is to separate money from government and for money to be sound money. Because if the government can create money, they don't have to tax their citizens to go to war. They'll just inflate their way out of it. So they'll tax you, but it's just, you don't see it on your balance sheet. You just see groceries going up, and so a lot of people don't connect the dots. But trust me, they're taxing you. So that will always exist. If we have unsound money, if the government comes out with a CBDC or whatever, if it's not backed by anything other than the full faith and trust in the U.S. government, then politicians will print it because it gets them votes and it makes people happy. If we study butterflies in the Amazon or wherever, that's fine if we want to do that with our tax dollars, but we need to know that, right? And we need to feel the pain, as in we pay for it, not it's printed out of thin air. So the solution to this problem is pretty simple. I like Bitcoin. You might come to a different conclusion as to what the solution is, but it has to be outside government control. Money has to be outside government control, because if they can control the currency, then they'll spend it all. All right, short one today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure to share this with friends and family, and I'll see you in the next one.